What's going on, beautiful people? It's your boy, C-Dub, aka Whit, coming at you guys with another video. And today, your boy has a special guest, and the special guest is none other than
C-Dub Jr. Hey, you guys doing? It's your boy, C-Dub Jr., aka, well, there's not aka yet though, but
Not yet.
Not yet. Okay, so today we're going to be doing an unpackaging.
What's going on, road runners? Just a quick note to this video. There's going to be 3 parts. The first part is going to be the unpackaging. The second part is going to be me demonstrating and showing EJ how the whole cleat and pedal system work together. And then the third part is going to be him actually demonstrating it and then learning how to clip in and unclip. Enjoy. Let's get right into it.
Let's do this. Got some scissors. Let's get this thing open.
Turn it this way, open it. I'm excited to see what's in here. Actually, we know what's in here, but I'm ready to see his first impression, his first how he feels about these joints. So, hey, taking C-Dub Jr. to the next level because he's got a time trial on October the 13th. It is the SDBC time trial at Fiesta Island. Link down below. But let's get right back into this unboxing. What you got? A bag inside of a bag. All right, bags. This is open. It's right there.
Oh my god. Here we go, guys. How much packaging do you need?
2 bags, bubble wrap, and more packaging. Let me help him out. So we're going to just cut to the chase. So, of course, you guys may already see what these are.
Accidentally cut.
There you go. You got it? Oh my God, give me this, man. Give it to me. Okay, there we go. All right, taking forever. 2 years later. Oh. All right, so we got Elijah, C-Dub Jr., some nice Mavic 2 Ergo Ride shoes. Look at them. Came with some cleats. We got these things off of eBay, size 10. Hopefully they fit him good. So, what's your first impression?
I like the color because my favorite color would be red and black.
Red and black.
Goes good.
Red and black. All right.
So, can I put them on?
Yeah, you can try them on.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. So now he's gonna try these things on, and let's see how they fit. Now that we've tried them on, let's see how they feel. How do they feel?
Feel like girl heels, like in the front.
He said girl heels. But in the front.
It feels weird.
Does it?
Yeah.
I have EJ here with me, and I'm going to be explaining to him, I've never seen this before, but I'm going to explain to him how the cleat and pedals, how that system works together, so he has an understanding and a visualization of how it all goes together when we go into the third part of this video, being him actually clipping in on the bike and actually unclipping while remaining on the bike, because I don't want my son to crash, as any parent wouldn't want their child to do. But I want to share this information with him so that he is knowledgeable on how this cleat and pedal system work. And specifically, I'm calling them their particular names because they all have their parts. So, of course, you have the shoe, which you, as we all know, you buy separate from the cleat. But we have been fortunate enough to be able to find some shoes on eBay that came with cleats. And of course, these are the SPD SL version of cleats. That stands for Shimano Pedaling Dynamic. So SPD stands for Shimano Pedaling Dynamic. And then the SL pretty much stands for the 3-bolt pattern. SPD by itself is a 2-bolt pattern, which is more or less for mountain bikes. Not sure if you guys knew that. But these are the SPD SL, which is again the 3 bolts. And as you see here, there's 3 bolts there. And what that allows you to do, these cleats have 3 slots, which allows you to move the pedal up, down, left, right, be able to kind of maneuver it however your body mechanics with pedaling align. So we're able to kind of get that fine tune once you're locked into the bike. As I mentioned to you earlier, that cycling is one phenomenal sport that allows you to actually be connected to your equipment. So again, these are SPD-SLs, which again stands for Shimano Pedaling Dynamic 3-bolt pattern, which is this specific cleat that you're seeing today. And again, 3-bolt pattern, SPD-SL. So of course, when you have certain cleats, you got to have certain pedals. So of course you have speed play, which we don't have. You have looks, which look similar to the SPD-SLs, but they're just a little bit different, and I'll show you those to you while we're out on the ride one day, because I believe that's what Monty uses. And they also require a different pedal. And so since you have SPD-SLs, you have to have a pedal that goes with that. All right. So with this process, as I was explaining to you earlier, is that the front portion of the pedal, this is the front, this is the back. So the front portion of this pedal here, and if you want to hold this camera so that they can see as I'm showing you. So the front portion, as I mentioned to you before, the front part of that pedal has that little lip there. See that? That lip goes over, like I mentioned to you before. So when you're trying to clip in, so you can put it back there now. I think they see it. So you saw the little hook part. So when you're trying to clip in, EJ, the part that you see us fidgeting around with when we're trying to clip in, we're trying to align our shoe to lock that in right there. Once you get that front part in that hole right there, the back part locks in. And you just step down, push down, and it. But ultimately, once you are on the bike, you take your foot from the ground, you put your foot up, you find that once you get that in there, it's not going anywhere. And all you have to do now is step down. So what the back of the pedal does is it lock once you go down, it goes over that hinge, this part is hinged, it goes over that hinge and then locks on there. And that's what you see there. See that? So that once you push down on that, that's going to lock you in. So as I explained to him, is the front part, which is there, you push down there. This back part right here will lock on to this little locking lever right here on the back side of the cleat. So you see there is a groove. That part, this bottom part here, will lock in there like that. So when the front's in, when you step down, the back will be in just like that. That makes sense? So I mentioned to him, once the front's in like that, and then you step down, the back will be in like that. And that's how, so when your pedal is all the way in, it'll be front, it'll be locked in, and then you'll be able to push down, pull up, push down, pull up, push down. Now, the second portion of this is that's clipping in. All right. So now to get out, your foot's in here, and what happens is you see this part right here. If you can see that, this is really, really tight.
Can you loosen it?
Yeah, I can.
A few inches later.
To loosen it, there's a bolt right here, has plus or minus on it. You just take the Allen wrench, Allen key, stick it in there, and turn it plus or minus. So again, you see it says minus, then it has plus. So to loosen it, of course, you're going to go to minus, right? So I'm turning to the minus side. You hear it clicking, right? So now see how easy that is? So now that I've turned it, you can see it, how it's moving. So I'm going to turn it some more just so I can actually put the pedal in there, the shoe in there.
I think it should be fine now.
It might be. All right, so that's maxed out. So you see how easy that is to move now. When before, I couldn't move this thing at all. So, all right, so here we go. So you stick the front part in, and then the back part locks in like that. And that's clipping in. All right, so now you see it's actually hooked onto that ledge like I showed you. It's underneath the front part of the cleat, and that's how you clip in, right? Now the tricky part is clipping out. So what you have to do to clip out is you have to spin your heels. So as I mentioned to you earlier, it's either you're going to be either left foot dominant or right foot dominant. However you want to look at that. Left foot dominant meaning that's the foot that you take off the bike, or left foot dominant meaning that's the foot that stays clipped in when your right foot comes off the bike to give you your kickstand when you're at a stoplight or a stop sign or whatever. Make sense? So to do that, your foot's in the pedal, right? You're locked in, and then what you're going to do is you're going to turn your heel outwards. So of course you see I'm kind of holding it the way so I can turn. So what you want to do is you're going to turn this outward, and you see how it's pushing back. So as I'm explaining to him, as I'm turning this, you see, try to not move so much, you see how the back is coming back. That is going to it's going to go back, and you're going to be able to turn your heel out. That's how you declip, whatever we're going to call it. But that's how you get your foot out the pedal. All right? So you turn your heel, and it comes out. All right? So you just turn your heel, and it'll slide out. So then you turn your heel, and you'll come out the pedal. All right? So again, clipping in, front end, the back. Once you're in, you will step down, clipped in. Then when you get ready to come to a stop, you start to slow down a little bit. Don't brake hard. You slow down a little bit, and you see you're slowing. And in that process, you start to then take whichever heel, your right heel or your left heel, you want to twist that heel outboard away from the bike, which is similar to this. And then what happens is you clip out. And then your foot clips out, put that foot on the ground, you carry on. You wait for the light to turn green. Light turn green, pick your foot up, back in, clip, and then you're done. Make sense? Do you have any questions?
Can you test it?
That's the next part. Stand by. All right, Road Runner. So Elijah has now the pedals inserted on his bike, and he's got his shoes on. And so what we're going to do now is run him through a stationary opportunity to clip in to his new pedals with his shoes and cleats. So let's see how he does. I'm gonna have him hold on to the. So what I did also was I set his cleats to 0 on his shoes, and I'll show you guys that here shortly. All right, so as you saw, I just set his cleats to 0 on the bottom of his shoes. And so now what he's going to do is he's going to hold on to the banister here with his right hand as he figures out which foot, his left or his right foot, is more dominant. And then he's going to clip in from there and then work on clipping in and clipping out. So let's check it out. All right, so you did that really good. So you clipped in, right? All right, so what I did was so he clipped in really, really easy. But what I did was I set your tension on your cleats to really, really easy. So you probably can even like just pull your foot out and it comes out. Nope. So it's actually got a good grip. So he's clipped in. As you can see, he's clipped in there. All right, so now what I want you to do is get up on your seat, and then I want you to try to hold yourself, balance yourself with your right hand, get up on your seat, and then I want you to now clip in with your right foot or your left foot. All right, so that's how it is clipping in. Now, the tricky part is unclipping. So whichever foot you feel more confident with, go ahead and twist your ankle, like I explained to you earlier. Twist your ankle and remove that foot. Left. Just like that. And that's pretty much it. Let's do it again. And EJ, what are your thoughts?
I like it. I feel more connected to the bike, as you say. I really do like it.
All right, so next is pretty much on the road. The light just turned green. Go. Good job on peeking up When you didn't clip in the first time, good job on peeking to make sure you don't run into nothing. So remember that, okay? To look up, if you miss it, look up real quick to see where you are. You'll learn how to get it without looking down there. We still look down every once in a while, but every once in a while we have to look down. All right, stop again. It's easier to stop when your foot's at the down position. Or unclip. How was clipping in and clipping out?
Difficult.
Difficult? How do you feel about it?
If I can go one, I'm just gonna like forget that I'm clipped in. I'm just gonna.
All right. So we're gonna ride through the neighborhood first, but we're gonna go on about an hour, hour and a half ride just to get him some leg time, get me some recovery time. But ultimately, this is just for him to learn how to clip in and clip out. Thank you guys for clicking and watch this vid. We thank you for your quality time. Please hit that subscribe button. Please give us a thumbs up saying that you like these type of videos with myself and my son. On to the next one with your boy C-Dub and C-Dub Jr. Peace.